Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your wishes. This was the position, and the question here was, is it okay to play here this move? That was the question. So I am giving you 2 minutes more time here. Just to give me a feedback, is bishop c7 is playable or not?
What do you mean, sir?
It means, can you play bishop c7? This pawn is free, but you have to understand other parameters of the position, and you just let me know whether bishop c7 is okay from white's point of view or not. Got it, guys? I hope so. And take your time. I'm giving you 3 minutes time. Welcome, Kaushal, then Zan, who have joined late, but no problem. I have just started. So your question is like, is bishop c7 is playable from white point of view? Take your time, guys. Last 1 minute to go, guys. Okay, let us see, guys. Let us see. Okay, Saiji is saying this playable because, okay, no problem. Daksh is saying no. Zan is saying no. Okay, Advait is saying no. Okay. Yeah, see, actually, why it should not be captured? Because, see, you will have to face a lot of attack. Yes, yes, Said beta. That is good. See, this is the problem. Because you have to develop your pieces, and it would be not be good. You will say, so, sir, what is happening? So he may play like this. You will have to play. This is not playable because bishop a6 is really a very dangerous move. See here. Okay. So you have to play this ugly move. Then maybe he will come up with like the move like this. C6. He will play suppose this move. Should be do this.
Or instead of a3, what if we play bishop e2?
Yeah, just a minute, just a minute. I am trying to see the variation which will pose some problem for black, sorry, white. Even here you can just capture this and you can play like this. See, this pawn is not doing anything now. These rooks are getting connected first of all. There are still pressure on this pawn. See, you can't castle this side because you know it would be a very dangerous. So this bishop moving is not possible because this pawn is in danger. Okay. Okay. So don't go for a pawn like this, guys. It is not a good. So it is not recommended to capture that. Okay. So what should white play here? White may play like this, simple. Okay. This is also okay. Bishop d3 is also okay. But bishop e2 is also good. Now I am asking you, is it okay to play this move? How is the c5 move? Tell me in chat box. From black's point of view, c5. What is your opinion about move c5 for black? Okay, Advait and Daksh has given a good reason, but say, beta, please try to think again. See, actually, it is not good to play c5 move. The reason behind that is this move is coming, which is very dangerous. Okay, that's the big problem. Okay, so
Sir,
see,
I thought about
yes,
yes, sir. I thought there was queen f5 check.
yeah, queen f5 is there, beta, but see into d is coming, this is coming, queen f5 is coming, king f1 is coming. Still, that rook is, we can't save that rook. Bishop a6 is coming, and this. So rook is anyway, rook is going. You can play like this, but still, you know, I can even play here this move. So it would not be a good, actually. Because see, this king is not that much of bad, first of all. You can play like this. I will play here, like this. You will have to give a rook. Okay. But still, I think this is good position for white. Okay. Because see, pawn h3, king h2, and rooks are getting connected. That's the big problem. Okay. And this rook is still to be come into the game. Right? Yes, Jayaditya, you are absolutely right. We'll just go back. So please be alert every time. Okay. Actually, here you can simply go with this bishop is normal development. Now it is little bit playable, bishop c5, but still you can avoid that. You can go for a castling. Okay. Now, if it is captured, yeah, Jayaditya, we can go for that. See, now if you are playing instead of this, you are playing this. Now it has a little value for the reason that I can go here. Now you have stopped my castling, but see, my plan is that I am going to play this h4, king g1. Anyway, I am getting a development, and I will just push the pawn, and then again bishop has to go back. It would be like balanced position, and black should know what he's doing actually. Otherwise, he may remain lagged in development, right? So here, bishop b7 is looking okay. Bishop c7, for example. Queen a5, check. Queen d2, knight d2, these are bad. Now see, you can see the effect of this bishop. You are completely eyeing on this. F1, for example. And d7, just go with your development. Now white can start like playing this. If you don't find this move, then maybe white has to suffer a lot. This is good move for the reason that, see, you are making a square for your knight also, first of all. Okay. 4, RSC8, bishop f4, RFD8. See, black is a pawn down, but having a good development, first of all. And white is a little bit cramp because he didn't castle, but he relied on the extra material. But anyway, the position is balanced. G1, bishop f3. Now this bishop has to be captured because then only you can play e5. Otherwise, it's not possible. Bishop f3, e5. Capturing the pawn is not a good because you are coming with knight e5, and there would be some pressure on this bishop as these two rooks are just very dangerous. Is going with bishop g5. Now see, f6, the move like f6 are not good actually. If you are trying to capture the bishop, then f6, he may go like this, queen b3. Then you will have to play king f8 or king h8, for example. And in that case, I think change is coming. We may go like this also. And see, even white would be ready to sacrifice a piece because there would be some problem. At least white is getting equal position by sacrifice of perpetual shift like that. And light squares are weak and the white has to. Okay, so yeah, now this would be equal position because nobody has any clear-cut weakness and both are ready to develop all pieces. Okay. So our concern was whether we can capture bishop c7 or not. Okay. So the important thing is that guys, you should always go for a development first rather than material. Okay. Any doubt, guys? Any doubt? Okay. Can we go ahead then? Okay. Great. Let us go ahead. Now we are going to deal with a very important structure, that is one Tartakovor structure. Tartakovor was a great chess player, guys. Okay. And this structure is very famous. If you study it and understand it properly, then you know against d4 you can have a very good repertoire with the Queen's Gambit Tartakovor. Okay, how it is coming on the board like this: d4, d5, c4, d6, h3, bishop e7. See, white moves are sorry, black moves are really very easy to make. You do not need to see. This bishop was the problem, so white is just sorry, black is just trying to develop it here, and later on by knight bd7, c5, bc7, okay, or by queen c6, putting his queen according to the situation, and then black will be very solid. Can you just go through this? Some lines are there. Can you just try to read it out from above to here reached, can be reached. I'm giving you 2-3 minutes time. Just try to go through. Try to read it out fast, guys. It would be very good actually to know the plan about this opening, which would be making our task easier to play practically. Okay. Yes, that is possible, Said, but our concern is just you try to finish this reading up to where can be reached. Okay, then we will discuss, right? So I hope everybody went through it. Can we go ahead, guys? Okay, no problem. Here now white is going for either bishop e2 or bishop d3. This is also possible actually. This is also possible, but position is getting simplified. This position is coming and black's position is not having any kind of problem. So this is fighting position. Many players have played the good game with black as a black in this position. Coming to bishop d3 is also okay. Bishop b7, bishop f6, this into this, into this, passing. So these pawns are, making the position really very unpredictable. It is called hanging pawns if white is going to take this, and when these pawns are there, it may be advantage or it may be weakness, depend upon your knowledge and how you are handling it. Okay. So these are really very interesting positions coming after this. Now, after bishop e2, for example, yes, let us go back. Then simple moves are coming. Bishop f3, bishop f6, d3, e5, c6. Excellent. Even e8. Both players are just trying to develop their pieces optimally. E4. If it's capturing, then there would be knight e5. Suppose if he's taking this. Okay. So to avoid that pressure, yeah, this is also there. Knight e5 is also there. Bishop c4 is also there. Knight e6, black is playing, just ensuring that there would not be any kind of problem. E5, e7. Now see, this position is perfectly playable for black because see, white doesn't have dark square bishop. If he has a dark square bishop placed here and his knight is not there, then he could have played f4, f5. In that case, white is much, much better. But now that is not possible. So black is absolutely, absolutely fine. Okay. Any doubt? We are going to observe it in a greater detail and just giving a preview of Tarka core structure. Just let us go ahead. Now see, this position we have already seen in the structure. So can you just go through these 6-7 lines? Please try to see, read it in your mind and give me 2 minutes time. Okay, so these are some of the plans for black playing c5, knight c6, rf d8, rac8, like this. These are the possible plans, not exactly, but possible plans for black. Okay, you can play even bishop g4, queen f6 later on. Okay, guys. And second plan is like sometimes you have a pawn majority on queen side. You have three pawns here. Sorry, three pawns here. Black has two pawns, so you can try like pawn c5 or pawn c4, b5. That is also one plan. And thinking about white's plan, white can just try to go with some play like he will stop the pawn expansion of black by b3, bishop d3, or sometimes he may play e4. These are possibilities, guys. Okay. Sure. Let us go to the next structure. I'm going to show you one game also on this structure, don't worry. Yeah. See this one. And this is also very important structure of the Queen Gambit Tartakovor variation. Just try to see it carefully and first try to read out this. Some important, this is very, very important, guys. Try to read it in a very greater detail. Go through these lines. It may looking big, but these are very, very important. If you understand the position, then only you can make a good plan and you can keep on playing good. Just moving the pieces here and there, it would not help us. So please go through it.
So what is this, sir?
Yeah, then we have to read this right side portion so that you can understand this opening in a good way. Try to read out in your mind and at the best possible level. Okay, guys, let us discuss. Basically, this is the typical pawn structure, hanging pawns. Okay, hanging pawn means they are hanging, they are not fixing up the center. Like last time, I am again saying that it may prove advantages or disadvantages. It is depend upon your hanging, basically. Okay, two bishops are there for black. Okay, it is not very clear whether you should take it or you should open this diagonal, but you can take a decision later on. Okay, now see, first we will see white's plan. White may put some pressure on the hanging pawns. Okay, like putting his queen here or sometimes rook here. Okay, and queen is also placed on the same file, so he can put pressure like this. In some lines this is also possible, in some lines this is also possible. Okay, so these are just general plannings. Okay, and he may provoke black to play this. Okay, to play d4, or later on that pawn may become a weakness. Okay, so these are some plans for white. And let us come to the black's plan now. Black can also plan to play d4, but in favorable situation. Please remember my word, favorable situation. Means if you are sure that you are getting a good pawn, a good position out of this pawn push, then only you can try that. Okay. Secondly, this is also good plan to play c4. There is one problem with the c4, that this square is going from your hand. Okay, you are just leaving the square for the knight. But if you are sure that you are going to put some pressure on these light squares here, okay, then you can plan like that. Okay. So these are some of the plans. Okay. Let us go to the next structure. Now I have one question for you here. Whose position is better and why? This is my question. It may be confusing, guys, but take your time and try to find out whose position is better and why. See the chat box. See guys, try to put some reasons also in support of your opinion. It's last 1 minute to go, guys. Last 1 minute to go. Okay, guys, let us discuss. Let us discuss. Yes, Aniruddha, you are absolutely right. See, guys, here generally in the first instance, we may observe that there is an isolated pawn in black's camp, so white's position is absolutely better. But that is very misleading. Means at the beginning, everybody can see the same, but if you go deeper and if you see the piece activity of blacks, then you can observe that that is not the case. Because see, this pawn is isolated, of course, but the problem is that white can't attack it. If he tries to attack it, then black will get a very good play. How it is possible? See, try to read out this. Just go through these 4 5 lines. Okay, so this is the position because see, there is a very good blocking chance for black here. Okay, and if white tries to play like this to move that knight, then this pawn will also become a little bit weaker, and while black is having this dark square bishop available. Okay, so it is not very easy. I can't say that black's position is very good, but it is absolutely playable and fighting position for black. And generally, what happens? White players feel that our position is very, very good and they start playing anything and they are just ending with very bad position. Okay. So let us go ahead. Yeah. Now this is also very important position of the Tartakova structure. Can you just try to read out the right? First, observe the board for 2 minutes, then just try to read out the text on the right side. Okay, here actually again, white would be in a great dilemma whether to go for D into C or not, because there are so many captures available for black. Bishop C5 is possible, knight C5 is possible. So it is really making a lot of confusion in white's mind. And for black, comparatively, it is easier to think. Okay. And there are so many dynamic possibilities. Dynamic means so many tactics will be coming, not directly, but later on. Okay. Uh, Generally, white may go with rook c8, sometimes rook e8, knight f8, like this. These are some general plannings. Okay, so all his pieces are getting developed like this. Okay, and sometimes after this exchange, he may go for these or these, sometimes these. These are just a possibilities. Okay, this is also possible. Okay, this is also one possibilities. Okay, and if we see the white's plan, he can just go with these f4. Okay, he will try to make some pressure, try to create some pressure in the center. Okay. So this is the way, guys, actually you should study the openings. If you study like this, each and every opening, you can understand the structures, and even you can defeat a very strong chess player. Okay. So this is the way strong players are studying their openings, not by just going through the games and who wins and just checking the engine. That is not the way. Okay. Let us go ahead. This is also very important structure of the same opening. Okay. And here also isolated pawn. Both are having isolated pawn, but still black is having good pressure on this pawn. Two pieces are there. And it is absolutely pleasant to play with this position with black. Okay. Now let us go to the next one. Yeah, this is a very important one. So you can again study this pawn structure. Just to go through it. There are possibilities of c5, but not right now. Okay, because this pawn may become weak, but c5 is absolutely a possibility. Or even here, black may play like these. Okay, even try these because white doesn't have lights in dark square before. Okay, so this is very dynamic position. Okay, yes. Okay, let us go ahead, guys. Now we'll see one game, okay, on the same opening, which will give us a good understanding. Okay, D4, D5, these are very common moves. So I'm just going with it very fast because we have already seen so many instructive structures already. 95 into the C1, bishop A6. Okay, so primarily we can see that yeah, I guess that can be a one plan actually. That can be one plan. Okay, so in the beginning we may say that, oh sir, this is a pin, so black is having some problem. Of course, black has to be very careful, but Mm, if he plays correctly, then there would not be any problem. Okay, now he's playing this move, for example. Rook C8 should be fine. Now what you will play as a black? I'm giving you two choices, guys. Which one you will choose? This move or Queen B7? Which is your choice? Take your time, guys. Okay, guys, can you take a screenshot of this position? Because this is very important and interesting position. You just try to set up the position on the board and try to see all the pros and cons of the position so that you can understand it better and better. Okay, take a screenshot, please. You start studying A6 or Queen B7, and why Queen B7 is good or why A6 is good. Try to put some analysis in your notebook and just let me know in our next class. Right, guys? And please attend next time also on time. Okay. Okay. Try to attend on time next time. Okay.
Bye. So.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.